I want to tell you something that has haunted me for years. Something so strange, so unbelievable, that most people laugh when they hear it. But I swear on my life, it happened. I was there. I saw it with my own eyes. And to this day, I can't explain it. This is the story of the island that disappeared. It started as an ordinary vacation. A group of us, 5 friends, full of energy and curiosity, decided to explore the coastal town of Melrose Bay. The town was small, quiet, the kind of place where the air feels heavy with secrets. We had been told there were beautiful beaches, caves, and even an island just a short boat ride away. Locals called it Kaluga Island, but few seemed willing to speak about it. When we asked at the docks, fishermen exchanged nervous glances. One old man, his hands rough from years of sea work, shook his head slowly. "That island," he said in a cracked voice, "is better left alone." We laughed it off. After all, we were young, reckless, and in search of adventure. Ignoring his warning, we rented a small boat and set off toward the horizon. The sea was calm, almost too calm, as if holding its breath. And then we saw it, the island rising out of the mist, covered in lush green jungle. It looked untouched by time, wild and beautiful. For a moment, it felt like we had discovered something forbidden. Stepping onto the shore, the sand was warm beneath our feet, but the air was oddly heavy. The jungle loomed before us, thick with vines and shadows. As we explored, we found strange stone ruins half buried in the earth, symbols carved into walls, figures of people with faces twisted in terror, hands reaching upward. The more we looked, the more unsettled we became. One of my friends joked nervously that it looked like the people were being swallowed. We tried to laugh, but the silence of the island pressed on us like a weight. That night, as the sun dipped below the horizon, we heard it, the sound of distant drums, faint but steady. None of us had seen another soul on the island, and yet the rhythm echoed through the trees. We told ourselves it was the wind, or maybe waves against the rocks, but deep down, we knew it wasn't. Something was there, something watching. We didn't stay the night. Before the sky grew too dark, we hurried back to the boat, trying to shake off the feeling of eyes following us. The next morning, back in town, we couldn't stop talking about it. We wanted to show someone else the ruins, the carvings, the proof of what we'd seen. So we convinced 2 locals to come with us. They were reluctant, but curiosity got the better of them. We set out on the same boat, the same route, hearts pounding with excitement. But when we reached the spot where the island should have been, there was nothing. Only endless water. I remember the way the boat fell silent. No one spoke. No one breathed. We circled the area again and again, certain we must have taken a wrong turn. But the GPS showed we were in the exact place. The island was gone, vanished, erased, as if it had never existed. Back at the docks, we confronted the old fisherman. His eyes were grim, his voice low. "You should never have gone there," he said. "The island does not belong to this world. It appears once every 30 years, then sinks back beneath the sea. Long ago, a tribe lived there, people who tried to cheat death. They carved their bargains into stone and offered blood to the ocean. But the sea took them all. Since then, the island returns to collect the living." We wanted to dismiss it as folklore, but then the strange things began. That night, one of my friends disappeared from his hotel room. The door was locked from the inside, no sign of struggle. The next night, another woke screaming, claiming he had dreamed of the island's ruins and heard the drums again. He swore he saw the carved figures moving, their stone arms reaching out for him. The rest of us tried to stay calm, but fear crept into every corner of our minds. It became clear. We had brought something back with us. The island hadn't vanished. It had followed us. Desperate for answers, we returned to the shore with our remaining friends. The sea stretched out, empty and endless, but as midnight approached, the fog thickened, and then, rising from the water, we saw it again. The island. But this time, it was different, darker. The jungle seemed twisted, the ruins glowing faintly under the moonlight. Against all reason, we went back. We had to find the friends we had lost. Inside the ruins, we found them, or at least, their bodies. They stood among the carvings, motionless, eyes blank, like statues made of flesh. Around them, the walls bore new markings, fresh carvings of our faces, etched into stone. We realized then the island had claimed them, and it was waiting to claim us. Panic took over. We ran, stumbling through the jungle as the ground trembled. The island itself was sinking, the sea swallowing it whole. I barely made it back to the boat. The others, they didn't. As I pushed away from the shore, I looked back one last time. The drums grew louder, faster, until suddenly, silence. The island slipped beneath the waves, and the ocean was still again. No one believes me when I tell this story. They say I imagined it, that grief twisted my memory. But sometimes, late at night, when the world is quiet, I hear them. The drums, beating slow, steady, calling me back. And I know the truth. The island isn't gone. It's waiting. And one day, when it rises again, it will come for me.